how's Bangkok so far? Is it hot?
No, it's just nice and cool. And at night, I turn on my AC for just 2, 3 hours and then turn it off. Yeah, because it's raining so hard.
Antiline, would you mind telling me about yourself? Like,
Sure,
how did you started from India to here, and like just a
sure,
brief
sure.
introduction. First.
Well, my name is Marrilyn Anthali. Anthali is the married surname, but I was earlier on Roy, like you. I was Marilyn Roy before, and then changed to Marilyn Anthali. And my ancestral home, as you know, is Shillong. And in Shillong, we also have the Roy surname, but it is not a clan name. It is just a surname. And this is taken by people who live in the border areas with Bangladesh. So they got the Roy from most probably from Bangladesh, and my paternal grandparents were from that border.
Mhm.
One so will also know the area is called Shela. It
Oh,
is the orange producing part of Meghalaya. Very good oranges from there, and I believe they're exporting to the Middle East now. Well, how did I come to Thailand? Well, when I graduated from Gujarat, and after graduation, I went back to Ceylon,
mhm.
and I was there for 10 months, and I worked with the Northeast Hill University. So I worked with Nehu in the continuing education department. So I was helping with the as program organizer. I have a background in the university in nutrition. We taught people. We were sent by the university to organize nutrition programs for the army people, etc. And so anyway, I worked there for only 10 months, and then I resigned and got married in Shillong to my Thai husband. And then after 1 month after getting my Indian passport with my new surname, then I flew to Thailand, to Bangkok, and that was 47 years ago.
Wow.
That was 47 years ago, and so henceforth I came here to start my family, and so it's been quite a journey since then.
And
Ve-
oh, yeah. So, how is your like? Do you have any cultural shock or like any differences when you first moved here with your husband?
Of course, cultural shock is always there. I mean, for us especially, we are simple, naive people from the Northeast, even though I was not in the Northeast always. But it surely is a long time ago. I've really forgotten. But there were many things that you had to overcome. One of the main things was language. Language was tough. But, at that time I lived with my part of my husband's family in different houses but same compound. So I interacted with them, and they also, some of the younger members of us, spoke a little English, so we were able to communicate. And then you're living with the Thais, slowly you learn. And I moved out from my in law's place. We bought our own house. And that was even more challenging, because I didn't have anyone else. It was just me and my daughter and my
Mhm.
husband. And my husband was flying most of the time. So it was just me, my daughter, and my maid. But so one of the teachers, or my Thai language teachers, was the TV. Would you believe that?
Oh, wow.
I didn't watch the TV. I just turned it on to be able to, get used to the language,
Oh.
to keep on hearing what they're saying and then make out what they're saying, because at that time my daughter was still very young. No way of me going out to for classes, and of course that helps me with. going to the market, taking a taxi, and things like that. Well, let me tell you the interesting thing about taking a taxi.
Yeah.
My husband, those were the days when we had the Vietnam War. The
Mhm.
U.S. Military was here, and there
Right.
was a strong fight, and they made their base here. And there were a lot of Vietnamese refugees who came to Thailand. So I remember my husband would always tell me, take your passport with you before they mistake you for a Vietnamese and be locked up in jail.
Oh my God.
So those were the days. Those
Wow.
were the days. And yeah, and at that time, people did not speak much, English. So I mean, your generation now, they won't understand that because now there's so many international schools and English is being taught. A lot of the Thais, especially in Bangkok, they speak English. And of course, culturally, the shocks were, well, there are many things that, the things that we wouldn't do at home that they do over here, and religiously also, because, in Meghalaya, we are always with the Christian community, and then coming here, so there were cultural shocks,
Mhm.
and the way that people joke. I mean, we wouldn't joke that way, but the way the Thais would joke,
They're
sometimes they're quite
hardcore.
shocking.
Yeah. I've heard some, like, we literally talk about that and you're like, oh wow,
Yeah.
the Thai jokes are literally hardcore, you know.
Yes.
And your
So,
husband is
yeah.
Buddhist.
No, he's Christian. He became
Oh
Christian in India.
wow, that's
We
wonderful.
studied together in Gujarat.
And what you were doing when you were in Bangkok, and what was your husband's job?
Well, when I first came to Thailand, of course, I was a housewife until my daughter was in kindergarten, and then so the kindergarten was not was in Pahulutin. I got a job in the Bible Society, part-time job. And so it was from 9 to 11. She was in school. So I would
Mm-hmm.
drop her in school and come to work for the Bible Society, and then pick her up. And so that was till she went to grade one. And then when she went to grade one, and then I was offered another job with St. Teresa. And so that was many more hours, but still considered part time because I worked up to 3 p.m. when it was time to pick up my daughter. So she considered that. Yeah, when I was with Saint Teresa, I was helping her with administrative work in the office, supervising the teachers, and I was also head department of airline. So I resigned from Saint Teresa and went back to the Bible Society. And then my second child came. Then after 11 years gap, then I got my son. And then I resigned from the Bible Society again and took care of my son. And then after that, there were openings in the United Nations, the Food and
Mm-hmm.
Agriculture Organization. So I joined the FAO, and
Wow.
so I was working there till my retirement. Worked there for 20 years, and it was very interesting.
That's very nice. And how was your experience working in UN?
Oh, it was very good.
So
Yeah.
what was the main focus like for food and agriculture in Thailand or Southeast Asia or
This is the regional office
mm,
for Asia and the Pacific.
I
Yeah.
see.
And so we dealt with all the programs and the projects in the region. The work is very varied. And of course, we divide it into many divisions. But after working in the Bible Society, because the Bible Society is under the American system, everything administratively is very American. The finance part and the way the work is run. So working in the UN was not difficult for me
Right,
because I was used to that American system already
right.
and made it easier.
Wow, that's interesting. So, in like you work for like around 20, you say 23?
20,
20.
20.
Oh, I see. Wow, that's so nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, and by then your kid must have all grown up when you start working in UN.
Well, I started when my son was in first grade.
Oh, wow, not bad.
Yeah.
That's very nice. And Antilin, what your husband do?
Well, now we're all old and retired.
Yeah,
He was with Thai International Airways.
that's very nice.
Yes.
Great. And yeah, you were telling about that you had so much challenges when you first moved here, especially with the language, and TV
Yeah.
was your teacher. So,
Yeah.
are you fluent now in Thai?
I am. In fact, the Thais tell me that พูดชัดมาก but when my daughter was in school, when she went to grade one, and I, I worked with the Bible Society part time, and then half of the day I was at YW and YWCA learning Thai.
Oh, wow.
So I did a course, but unfortunately I did not finish that course because other things came up. So I can speak, I can understand, um, I can read, but
Mhm.
I cannot write.
But that's excellent,
So,
actually.
so I would love to be able to write, but a little lazy because writing you have to learn the spelling,
Hmm.
and in Thai language there's so many silent alphabet.
Right.
That you've learned Thai, so you'll be knowing what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've been like learning here and there sometimes with my partner because he's very, very keen to learn Thai and he wants to be fluent. So
Yeah.
he study Thais every day on his own, and we kind of
Okay.
like learn from like one of these online teachers who sells
Okay.
their course and stuff. So yeah, we learn through that. And one thing I realized is their tones are so difficult. So
Oh yes.
yeah, so my question is, I'm very curious to know that did you really learn Thai going or taking the classes, or did you learn better speaking with others and you get fluent,
I think speaking with others,
right? More than the
speaking with
class.
others, yes,
Mhm.
and especially the TV. The TV gives you the right intonation. It's by listening. But I think nowadays, because we have
Right.
Google Translate, if you have problems of getting the right tone, just turn to Google, and you can keep on clicking on that word, on that Thai word, till you get the right the right
Cute.
intonation. Because during my time we didn't have those things, but now it's so much easier. And there were no online classes. Either you go to a class or just learn from people.
Yeah, that's true. Talking to others, maybe interacting with
Oh
more.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I would also add that to overcome your adjustment problems here in Thailand, it is so important from my personal experience, to go out and mingle with people, join associations, join groups,
Mm-mm.
whatever interests you. For me personally, I was a young mother, and we did not have Northeast NEIS. We didn't have support, from
Right.
fellow countrymen, etc.
Yeah.
So for me, I was very fortunate that I joined the International Church,
Mm-hmm.
and the International Church at that time was a very dynamic church, and we had a lot of charity work. Not just charity, it was events of interest for everyone.
Mm-mm-mm.
So I joined the International Women's Association,
Wow.
and I joined I was chairperson of the Hill Tribe Handicraft Sale, which was close to me because I'm a tribal. So it grew into a very big organization that would bring all the handicrafts from all over Thailand
Wow.
to Bangkok and to be sold at the international school. And the international school gave the auditorium. It was such a popular thing, and being a chairwoman, being a mother and doing these things, being a chairwoman for two of the sections of that sale, it connected me with so many people. The villagers, they don't speak English, they can't write English.
Right.
And we have to connect them with the markets. We have to get them the raw materials
Mhm.
because they're poor people. They have the skills, they don't have the capacity to buy silk threads, etc. So we buy those for them, and then we send it to them. We send to the villages, and then they produce the products, and then they bring to Bangkok. They send to Bangkok, and then we would pick up from wherever they mail to, and then prepare them for selling at this big sale. And then we were also connected to the non-profit sales groups worldwide. We would advertise and tell them what the products are, and then when they see the products, they send us their orders, and then we deliver to them. We send them worldwide.
That's
So
great.
that was so interesting, and I would really, recommend the young people today. I mean, I know they're
Mhm.
busy with their work, but just find a way, get out of, and get involved with the society. And there's a lot to be done. I mean, helping in the hospitals, doing this and that, and those can really get them close to the Thai people. So I had no problems as a tribal dealing with the villagers, and by then my Thai had slightly become better, so
Mhm.
we communicated better,
Wow.
and so you build friendships. That's one of the things that if you want to adjust to living in this country, try to get out. Don't just spend time just with work or partying, etc. Try to do something useful for the people.
That's wonderful. That's a great advice, Auntie. And I hope that, especially the young generation who are moving to Thailand, they, their, their life is mostly like work and
Yeah,
work and go to
yeah,
bed. Next
yeah,
day, and Saturday,
yeah.
Sunday just like chill because they're tired, And
That's
I
right.
think I understand their part also, but it is very important for them to get out to meet other people. So what is your biggest achievement so far? Not only with your marriage, with your work, with your children, and like there must be one of your biggest achievement and you're very proud of. What will that be?
Never really, pinned it down to anything like that. But I think gaining the respect of the people because of your sincerity and because of your willingness to help people. To just for the local Thais, I have few friends, but the few friends that I have, I've been able to hold on to them, or they hold on to me for years now, and that's because you show concern. I mean, sometimes if you look around you in life, very few people would ask you how you are, how can I help you. When they're sick, also they say they're just sick, and they say they're sick, and then you just say, how are you, and that's it. But if you're really genuinely concerned about them, you would find out how they are and find ways of how to help them. Visit them or try to send fruits to them, send if they cannot go out, send fruits, or offer to drive them here and there. And I think in that way you gain the respect of the people. Just not respect, it's love and respect, and you forge very good relationships with them. And at work, of course, what I'm proud of is that I've always been thought of well with my integrity, hard work, and team building. You know, when you're at work, even in the UN, there's a lot of fights among staff.
Mm-mm.
You know, so to
So,
be a peacemaker among the staff and to get two sides talking to one another, that is no mean achievement. And it's not a thing that you can do it in one day. It takes a long time talking to both sides. And I think I was able to do that quite well. I mean, not in all cases, but in, significant number of cases. And of course, hard work, integrity, and devotion to what you do. Those are things that in the end will make you proud of yourself.
thank you so much, Auntie. That's really beautiful to hear that. Yeah, integrity is very important in a human life. I think it's, yeah, the respect that you gain. I think that's very important. Wow, that's very beautifully said. So, last question: what advice would you like to give to all our Northeast Indian people living in Thailand, even like the newcomers or who has been living here for a long time? Is there any advice that you would like to give? A piece of advice from you for living for like 42 years or 47?
47.
47
47.
years. Sorry. Yeah.
And then another 2 years, and I will be 50 years over here.
Yay.
So I've lived here longer than I've lived in India or in
Wow.
Shillong.
Yeah.
Yes. I left Shillong when I was 17 years to go to Gujarat for studies.
Right.
And then after that, I was in Shillong just 10 months after graduation and then came here. Well, I think for the newcomers, and especially for the newcomers, when you come here, just come with an open mind. Don't bring any ideas from back home if you've heard about the Thais. I mean, find out for yourself. One of the things, not just for Thailand, for anywhere and everywhere you go, I think it's showing respect to the people of the country. I think that's the first step. And as you know, the Thais are polite people. They are very polite, and especially the people in the provinces. I mean, I would say that having lived here for so long, I mean, Bangkok has become more westernized, and some of the younger people have lost the Thai politeness. But whatever it is, they're still polite. And when I go back to Shillong, I mean, when I walk on the streets, people bump into you and things like that. It's not acceptable over here to bump into people. I mean, you just shoulders happen to touch a bit, even you say, "Khot hod," sorry, you know. So those are the things to be careful about, and choose. Don't be gullible. Choose the people you go with. I mean, test the waters. When if you find the waters are safe, then you can continue with good relations with the people. Because nowadays you really cannot read people, at face value. You have to get to know them first. So even though the Thais are nice, well mannered, etc., they could have a temper. So don't confront don't confront them. You know, Thais don't like confrontation.
Mhm.
So I would say that as NEIS members, they are lucky to have you and they're lucky to have Biska. So if there is anything that needs to be confronted, don't get into trouble. They can ask for your advice first. Any grievances, you can ask your advice, or you can ask for advice from their workplace. But be nice to people as you would want people to be nice to you,
Mhm.
right?
Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you so much again for today and for taking out your time, Auntie. And this really means a lot because it's one of like to me it's very inspiring listening
I'm
about
glad. Mhm.
listening how you talk about your living in Thailand. Not only that, how you overcome your challenges. So I'm sure that it's gonna inspire many other Northeast Indian people listening to this.
Thank
Of
you. Yes, I'm glad. I hope I can be of some help.
course,
Yeah.
and you have been always there since the beginning, since we founded NEIS. So we cannot be more grateful than that. I think that's really
Okay.
really means a lot.
Okay. Thank you to you for all that you do for NEIS. You are a very talented person, very dedicated, and both you and Piska and the whole team, I hope you will keep on working. And if there's anything that I can help, let me know. But I'm a grandma now, so I'm not so mobile anymore.
And congratulations again for the new grandchild, right? It's 20
Thank
months, you
you.
said,
20
right?
months, yeah.
Right,
Yes.
congratulations. And I hope that someday you will bring them to our NEIS and then we'll get to see them.
Well, I hope so.